Sometimes it's about more than manifesting. You got to do the work. I tell you, man, this thing get more and more challenging with you.
Yeah, bro. You know, I don't know too much, man. We you know, man.
You can't do that anymore.
No, we getting better every day, bro. This is
oh
one of the
yeah,
pillars
that's
of
what.
Yes, that's what we're doing here.
You want to say that, huh?
That's what we're doing, man.
Sound like an excuse to me, man.
Nah, man.
At some point, you gotta be like, look, I'm ready. I'm there.
Yeah,
I'm on the
ready
level.
now. I told you.
Welcome to the Keep It Uplifting podcast, where we discuss lifestyle, fitness, and motivation. I'm your host, Uplifting, and I have with me the greatest man to ever be behind the camera. Talk to the folks.
What's up, folks, man? Thanks for coming back, man. We love it. I love being here, man.
So coming off a great episode, Control. Make sure you guys go check that out, episode 56. We're kind of moving these series along so that you can kind of grow through this process. We honed in on a focus and a mission for the podcast. 70 episodes in on top of the 50 with the bonus episodes and book series.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We got the bonus stuff too. Yeah.
So, it was limiting access, which moved us into Control. And now I want to switch gears, right?
Mm-hmm.
You were in first, second, third. We got to put this thing in the drive now. We got to get moving.
Yeah.
You know your purpose. You know where you're headed. And you got to be willing to deal with what comes along with you limiting access and taking control over yourself. And that's a different gear. That's a different level that you got to be on.
Yeah. Everybody not on that level with you, right?
Right. Not at all.
So you're going to lose people at this level.
Yeah.
You're switching gears. I'm looking at it like, you're going. Let's go for the analogy. The cars, right?
Right.
You on the road. You on the road.
Right.
What happens when someone switch gears and they go past you, right?
Right.
You like, man,
yeah.
you get kind of jealous, right?
Yeah.
So you're going to face that.
Yeah.
Leaving people in the rear view.
You're going to leave people in the rear view. You're going to be going at a different speed, and people are going to wonder why. Like, what's wrong with him? Why are you like that?
Why he moving so fast?
Yeah. And you got to be able to.
Why he ain't got time to talk to me?
You got to be able to handle that. Mm-hmm. Like, you got to be able to handle that people are going to think that you're brash. Some people are going to be casualties.
Mm-hmm.
When sometimes you see people switch lanes and that old person or somebody else wasn't ready for it, and it may cause an accident. You may get into those type of situations. And when you switch into a go mode, mm-hmm. sometimes how do I say this? You're going to run into some soft-ass people who going to have something to say about what you have going on, how you're doing it, because they are not doing anything.
They're insecure.
And you're bringing those out just by your actions.
Right. Your actions make them feel insecure for their inactions.
Right.
Because they're not switching gears.
And you
everybody not switching gears. Everybody not built with the same engine, right?
At all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got the V8. We got V10 in here. You know what I mean?
And you made that sacrifice. You pay that high ass gas.
Right.
You making that sacrifice to switch the gear.
You got a 2-door. You could have had a luxury joint, but there's only one other spot in here. You know what I mean? And you're gonna deal with adversity. Mm-hmm. And I got a quote here from Tony Robbins. He says, "Our biggest problem is that we think we shouldn't have them." And that
thinking we shouldn't have problems.
We think that our biggest problem is that we think we shouldn't have them. Problems. We think we shouldn't have them, and that's a problem.
Okay, yeah.
Right? You're going to be running hot all the time, right? You know what I'm saying? Maybe sometimes you downshift, slow down when you run into something, but you're going to come across a lot of issues trying to reach your goal. And you got to be prepared for that.
Right.
You got to be prepared for your mom not understanding what you're doing. I told my mom I was podcast. She's like, "Oh yeah, okay, you doing that thing where you talk to people."
Yeah.
That's kind of not what podcasting is.
Look, I had my uncle listen to it the other day, and he was looking at it with this face, and I was like, "What are you looking at?"
Right.
He's like, "I'm waiting for you to do something."
Right. People are not going to understand what you're doing.
They're not going to get it.
People are not going to understand that you're going so hard because there was something inside you that was telling you that you couldn't be who you are becoming right now. You're going so hard because you see and feel the finish line.
Ooh.
You're stuck there. You can't escape it. That's what's going on at this moment. That's when you really are in full control of yourself.
Yes, sir. You're bringing me to that Steve Harvey quote, man, that we talked about, that I shared with you.
Yeah.
When he said, "Your vision."
I'm gonna drop that clip here too. Yeah.
Yeah, drop that Steve Harvey vision, that clip for the vision.
Yeah.
Stop telling your visions to other people, because they're not going to see it. Why you think you keep imagining opening a business? Why you keep imagining graduating, getting a better job? Why do you keep imagining buying a house? Why do you keep imagining driving a really nice car? Why do you keep imagining getting rich one day? Why do you keep imagining that? Because God is talking to you. He's showing you something that he has for you.
And that, man, I'm gonna live with that for the rest of my life, because he said that's your vision.
Right.
God gave that to you.
Right.
Nobody else can see. They can't see. They can't see where you going. Why you going that fast? Why you switching gears? Why you moving like that?
Right.
They don't know. They can't see it. You can't even make them see it.
And we talk about it all the time. A lot of people don't have that ferocious, that enraged, that power driven gear to them.
That's so true.
They just don't have that built in them. People don't have this torque. You know what I mean?
I had a boss one time say, I was working at a job, and it was getting way too stressful.
Right.
Right. It was doing too much.
Right.
Right. And then one day he just sat me down. He was like, "Man, what's up with you? Talk to me." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" I thought I was masking it.
Yeah.
But he was like, "Nah, I don't see it in your eye no more. When I hired you, I've been working with
Right.
you a long time.
Right.
You had that fire in you. You had that curiosity. You had that vigor, you know?
Yeah.
And I just don't see it anymore. So you're right. Some people don't. Some people just never have it.
Never had that drive.
You know? And some people lose it.
I've asked people, like, have you ever felt like being rich? Have you ever, and rich in the sense of money?
Yeah.
Because you could be
rich.
You could be rich in different ways.
Yeah, you can be rich in love, man.
Right. You can be rich in just living.
Yeah.
Like, there's value in your life, but something in your life tells you to be the best. I was having a conversation with someone. They were telling me where they were ranked in the company.
Yeah.
And I was like, you've been killing the people in your district forever.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you not number one in the nation?
Yeah.
Aim higher. Some people are built with that. We want to be the best self-improvement podcast.
Yes, sir.
We want to be the best podcast.
Yes, sir.
That's why we don't bash people in our podcast. Any that we do.
Right.
We're talking about things that should make you understand that your mindset has to shift.
Mm-hmm.
Because we think at a higher level, and so should you. If you are a person that really values your relationships, values your life, you're going to die one day. What are you doing about that? What are you living for? You can spend your money on experiences. I'm not saying you have to be driven to do that, to just be this rich, well-off person. You could just be big on experiencing life.
Yeah, you said that. Because I think I do that myself.
Right.
I enjoy, you know what I mean? People's looking at it like, oh, you like to be out all the time. No,
yeah.
I like people. I like to enjoy life through other people sometimes. Like I remember on our other podcast, you asked me, have I been traveling? I'm like, no, I haven't traveled, but I talk to people who've traveled.
Right.
But I'm just saying, people do share their experiences with you, and you can be. We even talked about being more cultured. You can get more cultured by learning from other people. So
your gear,
rich off that.
Your gear of where your gear that puts you in go mode to wherever your vision is different from everybody else.
Right. That's true too.
And it's all about what is going to improve your life, right? We talked about limiting access because if you start focusing, you need to have a tight circle. You need to have a laser focus to get to where you're headed, right? You need to have control over yourself to understand that if you just keep going, then the outcomes are going to be what you envision. You're going to end up at the finish line. You got to be hungry for this. You got to be hungry for living life. It's valuable. Keep it uplifting. Thank you for watching. Please be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. Keep it uplifting.